success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
All right. How's it going, everyone? We're live. We're back. We're still starting up. Thank you, Alan. That's perfect timing, actually, because now everyone's in. They're ready for the day. I was just making coffee. Who doesn't love just to get a nice little raid? And then I can give you one of these here. I don't think I don't know. Do I have the my raid button? But I don't think. Oh, there it is. I'll give you the raid button because it was a little late to the raid. Salat, thank you for the subscription. 4 months coming in strong over on the raids, over on the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you so much. Super duper appreciate that. Bogan, welcome to the chat. I'm glad to have seen you yesterday and now see you again. Yes, we have some new coffee, some Olympia coffee. Was over in West Seattle. No, were we in West Seattle? No, we were driving south and we stopped in Olympia to get Olympia coffee. The tasting notes are cherry, lime, and cane sugar. It's from Colombia. There's a whole backstory on it, but I won't get into it. But Pierce was interested in the coffee sitch. That's what it is. So, boom. Which part, Gumshoe, was my Matthew McConaughey impression? I'm a big fan. I do like the Matthew McConaughey. Danny, yes. So what happens in the raid is when someone's like ending their stream, you can send all of your viewers over there. Oh, I guess he does you. All right. That's funny. I guess I gotta do that. Pybogue, Blounty, very excited. I believe I have some Star Wars merchandise in my office. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that may have happened. Mr. Blount sent me a MMS, a multimedia message. And thank you for the bits, Clowny. I appreciate that. And he was like, here's me in front of the Millennium Falcon. I was like, I hate you, but have fun. And so that was kind of awesome. And I was like, you better buy me something because you know right now at Galaxy's Edge, whatever is there opening year is not going to be there next year or 2 years or 5 years from now whenever I get to go. And I probably won't even go to World. I'll probably go to Disneyland because that one's way closer in general. So I was sort of thinking about that. So I appreciate that. I'm very excited. I'll be in the office on Monday because VS Live is starting up. So I'm going to do a live stream with my good friend John Galloway on Monday. We're going to finish up our live.net stuff, maybe start the mobile app stuff. We'll see. And then I'm going to go over to campus and then do that. I'm also going to get a haircut. This thing is out of control. Wow. So Alan says, just find a local user group. That's cool. I have presented at the Orlando.net user group. So that. Hey, Bill, how's it going? Revere says it wants to see is visible working in the shop. I think that was a prototype that they had done. I'm not positive if it actually done. Did update this. That's great. Okay. Wow. I figured today what I wanted to work on is two things. First thing is I wanted to show off how I would implement doing a sort of saving state of the video. So like if I start playing a video, I could store like where you're at in the video and then go there. And then what I wanted to do from there is I wanted to figure out URL navigation because I still have no idea how to do it. And I figured that this would be a good opportunity because a lot of the app just, navigates from page to page with a little bit of data. So I wanted to figure out how to do that in the app since we are using URL routing on this puppy currently. So at least for some things, at least. So let's see here. First I wanted to do is we pop up. Well, I've been here. I have been here. Chill stream today. Here's my forms. See if we got any pull requests at all. I didn't quite monitor it well. Is the video playback items pull requests? So let's go ahead and merge that in. Let's zoom this pup. I guess it's already zoomed in. All right. That branch. Head back over to VS. Close the solution. Let's close that. Go to sync. We go to Asta. Nope. And what is changes? That I just did. Go to sync. Go to vNext. Then let's sync. Cool. Gumshoe says, may I please get some straight scoop on shell for UWP? Is it supported? No, there's a pull request of it going in. So once that's done, it would go in. I'm not sure what the timeline is. David would know for sure, but there is an open issue and would go there. And then we'll update this UWP app to use that where possible as well. Right now, I'm probably just going to remove it for now. I'm sort of turning this app into a mobile focused app. It really seems to be at this point. So, all right, cool. Let's create a new branch. We're going to call it save video date. Pop to parent. Jesse asks with query. Wait, oh, did I miss a question? Pop to parent. Oh, that'd be kind of not too bad. Right now, I guess you have to loop through the backstack. All right, so I'm going to pull up my current solution. Team Explorer, nice, beautiful blank window. Let's open up this app. One thing that I wanted to start to do was when I'm going to save the state of where I'm at, I need to most likely have a unique identifier for each video. So I need to look and see how I'm actually returning that data. Let's look at the solution and let's go ahead and boot up my function. Do that. And if I look at my models and I look at my video feed item. Oh, it's a little warm. happens when you turn on every single light. Oh gosh. All right. What's happening here? Allow. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So if I look at my feed item, there's my file size feed item. It does not have an ID, and that's going to be an issue. So we need to put an ID on this. That is for sure. I looked at my podcast episode that does have an ID. So I'm pretty sure I knew I had an issue here, which was that the ID not really getting passed around. So let's go into my feed item. Put that in there. Oh, and if I do this right, this should also be other JSON problem. Oh, I didn't that. If I can trim down my file size. URL type. Oh, video series has an ID. I don't get that from the back. Cool. So if I look at what I'm doing in my feed item helpers, yeah, see I have this ID plus. Not super duper helpful, but I do have an ID inside of my, this is the parse blog feed, parse video feed, parse video feed, items, URL, hub item, yeah. So let's look at our triggers back here, and let's look at our video function first.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Mika, thank you for the follow, appreciate that. Let's see here. So if I go into one of my feeds, what's that gonna give me? I should have a unique GUID somewhere. There's got to be an identifier. So this GUID is just a long string. You iTunes description. Okay, so there at least is a GUID, which is that. So I guess that's of interest too. If I look at the podcast function, I look at his podcast feed, see what that's going to return. Instead of using the GUID, why not just use the URL as the identifier? It is unique, yes. But I was hoping that there would be a unique GUID in the code behind Alan that would just be better to use. So it wasn't. I mean, it could be the URL. I'm just hoping that there was a GUID. Yeah, see, like this one actually has a GUID, and then that is like a unique identifier by the backend. So in case for some reason the URL did change miraculously, it's there. But I think the GUID is the correct thing to use in general. So if I look at my parser here, feed item helpers, what I'd want to do here is close this GUID. Video feed item string. Then if I look at my blog helper, I'm assuming that the blog also is very similar. let's see. Look at the blog functions. You can validate that the Pencilman blog also has a you sort GUID. Yeah, so in this instance, like the GUID, actually there is a specific permalink GUID for it. So that's of interest too. Okay, so there's GUIDs. Okay, so there's that. A podcast episode also has a string ID. Let's do that. Then we have the GUID. Video parser. Where's our podcast feed parser? Parse videos. Parse blog. Where do my podcast stuff at? Podcast feed. Oh, right there is lapsed. And then do this here. Cool. All right. So that's the first thing we need to do is make sure that this stuff runs. So let's give it a look-sees. Oh, Gumshoe does, is UWP still supported by Xamarin.Forms? It is still supported officially by Xamarin.Forms. It's one of the major platforms that is there. So answer is E. And you can look at the feed on there. And then they sort of prioritize different features according to what the developers want. Let's do the podcast update, video update here. Let's try that out. Video update. Okay, that updated the videos. Go episodes. Oh, is that running? But I need to pass in an identifier. There we go. So then now we have an idea. So perfect. HTTPS, blah, 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 blah. Cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and commit this, actually. We have this deployed. Let us first do this. So now we have all of the IDs in the back end. So we'll go ahead and say, we'll say, use the GUID as perfect. We'll do we'll do now is we will open a new pull request. Push that branch. Oh, we should also do a cheer in here for Mr. Blaunte. Shared one hundo on, it's August 9th, 2009 already. Wow, crazy. Right, so let's go ahead and pull this into Next, and we're just going to Instamerge one. We'll keep that branch. We can go ahead. Sign in. I don't know where it takes me sometime. And then we'll let that build. It'll deploy. It'll do its thing. It'll make me happy. And then we can go into our portal and run some functions. All right, cool. So now that we have that, what we're going to do for all intents and purposes, now that we have a unique identifier, is go into our helpers. And we don't actually have any settings at all. So let's create a new settings. .cs. We're gonna call it do a public static class. And then for this, what we're gonna do is if I look at my, last week we did the videos. Let me see here. So if I change this around, just we go into our video details page. Here we have like this kind of cross stop, and I think that we'll probably change it so this doesn't actually play on load. Like we'll manually start it, I think. So there's like a way to like start. Yeah, I think I have to like set where to do it from. But what we'd want to do here is we're gonna save time. We do this cross. So we would do on appearing. We do cross buffered change. Position changed. I don't know if we need to like do it every time the position changed. We just need to do it like when it stops. Probably. So we should do few things. We should do what I want to do this. Been a while since I did. Green swipe away or home. Do it on the tick. It depends because it can play in the background. That's the interesting part. Maybe on the thing is, you'd want to unsubscribe. So let's look up that. It is a tricky one. The question we had last week was, do we let it run in the back room, in the background, and like do a little, pop-up type of thing? Like there was, what I used to do is you'd play the music and then come back or whatever, but it could be in the background, so it's kind of like, so the one thing you want to do is you get the video, right? I think I didn't redeploy after I saved, but so right now we are stopping it when you navigate away, but I think the idea was to let you come back to it if you are playing, type of thing. Like a currently playing type of thing. But well, I know what I would want to do in my settings. Well, let's see. Cross media manager .current. The current position is a time span, so probably total milliseconds we could save to disk. That's a double. That ticks. Ticks. We could do ticks. That's probably better. So we could do a public, static. Oh my god. Public static. get time, get position, get position, and string ID. And this, all we gotta really do now is do a preferences dot get, and then this needs to be we do it that way? No, we did not do it. I would do const long default position. Go. Long. Then a public static long get save position. Position's like a weird one. It'd be like get playback position, save playback position. Then again, you do a string ID, and then there's a void though. He's back, baby. You're in a meeting, Pierce? Were you on a plane? That would be ID, and then the value would be long. Whoa! Oh, you left last night. That's right. I forgot that you left last night. Yeah, I got in it. Why did you get in? Did you have a layover? A delay? Oh no. I got in 30 minutes early, and then of course they didn't have any like room to do anything. So here I could say if cross. Yeah, this is a strange one. Like, how do I navigate back to the page and then let it go in the background? If current dot is playing, method? That's interesting. That's a method. Why is that a method? All right. But yeah, you could do. Public static playback ID. Get set. Static string. That's an extension method. No extension properties in C# yet. That's true. Indeed. I think here what you could do is you could do string playback URL. So what I could do is curious if at any time, if like when the app starts or when it stops, I want to do this. Video play. We have it so when you navigate back, put that up. I'm thinking, what am I trying to solve? So right now, what I want to do, Martin, is I want to save the current state in which the position of the player is at. So when you're playing the video, save that out. And when you come back, you know, start it. So I think here, what I would want to do, my fear is like how we're doing it now is like when it disappears, it, I think what I'll do is I'll stop it when it disappears, right? Or like when you come back into the video. So an example is I'm here, right? And what I want to do is
Some people dream of success,
come back and
while
forth.
You're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Alex Healy, thank you so much.
Nothing is impossible.
Hey, friends.
Thank you so much for the subscription coming in 4 months strong with that Twitch Prime. You only get one a month. You gave it to me, and I love you. So yeah, I would like it. So it's like when I go back and forth, right? Like I go, I come back and forth, bingo, bango type of thing would be the ideal scenario. And then I could even put like a little status on there, you know? Depends, right? So I think that depends how we want to play the video, and if we want it to play in the background all the time. So if I'm doing it as today, it'd be for all of them. So if I imagine that on disappearing stops the video, and on appearing plays the video, you could do a tiny floating window like YouTube. Yes, pip it. You could, yeah. Cross media manager dot current dot start. If I start a video, seek to start. I think that what I want to do is manage GitHub. So yeah, what I'm thinking is that I would want to, there's play, but then I also want to play it and seek to a specific location, perhaps. Seek to. Do that, yeah. Well, there is official pip stuff, so it's like it should be possible, right? So if I look at the, let's do a do that. If I did start playing VM dot video URL, then I could say if var seek to if cross media player dot current dot is playing. I'm already playing. We could do seek to, and then I could say settings dot. Oh. Hit playback position, which would be VM dot. The ID of it. I can say if seek to greater than 0, then I want to do await cross media manager dot current dot seek to time span from x. This will be seek to. Cool. Then down here, before we stop, we'll say var current equals cross dot current dot position dot ticks. Then we'll do a settings dot save position. And stop it. There's also a awaitable. Funny that doesn't really tell me that. There we go. Seek 2. Okay, so if we're playing, then return, blah, blah, blah. No matter what, stop. Async all the way down. All right, so then in this instance, I guess we don't need this. Let's look at our back end now. Xamarin.Forms. I'm just gonna run all my apps or all my functions to make sure it gets new data. Blog update. Run. Okay. That do that in the oh, there you go. Okay, cool. So let us debug this pup. Oh, and I guess I need to also yeah, if I go into a view, so the question is, okay, so here's the question since I have you here, right? So let's say I'm not going to bind this source. Now let's say that I'm, you know, let's say I already have an item playing and then I don't play again. Will it just, if I'm already playing a video, will it link it back to the player automatically if I don't stop it? So here, for instance, let's say I don't stop it for some reason. And then change this a little bit. I fear that this page is going to be gone. Does that for one item. Yes. So got it. Got it. Okay. So I could say if I see. In the background. Okay, so we could do this. We could say on appearing, if it's already playing, okay, keep playing, and app dot playback ID not equal and equals equals to that, right? If it does do that, else do a new one. And then I think what I need to do is probably on an app-wide basis. What happens if the app goes in the background? Does that still work? Question mark. Scary. So, but if they kill my app, will that go away then? I'll have no way of knowing. Okay. So then what we'd want to do here is in our video feed, whenever we start to play, we can say app.playbackID equals Hey Lashlan, how's it going, buddy? Good to see ya. There we go, video data. We're figuring out how to do like better playback, basically. That's what we're trying to find out right now, Lashlan. So bear with me. What's that matter? Oh. There we go. Here we can just do vm.id. That should really be a good video. Oh, and better yet, if I go into my and yeah, why even do this, right? Just do that here. Boop. So if the playback ID equals this, I'll set that. Good, good, good. And then we can get rid of this here. On disappearing, we're not gonna stop it. We'll have to do some sort of like magic. It'd be kind of cool if I did like this thing. So vm.url. All right, cool. So app, whenever that changes, you're going to get rid of whatever this junk is. We'll do if string.is null or white space, and this will be my ID. Video playback ID, and a return, which that should never happen, but just in case. Fine. Else we will bring in, we get the current ticks, which are probably off of E position dot ticks. Then I can do ID like that. So that'll just handle it at a global level, which scares me a lot, but we're gonna trust that our team has this locked up. We should also have Martin, we should put together a user group PowerPoint on this stuff. I think it'd be really cool, actually. You can put it in the .NET Foundation. .NET Foundation presentations. I need to get on that. There's a bunch of cool stuff in here. So, like Xamarin ones, Signal R1, I just put that in there. All sorts of good stuff in here. But I'd like to put some community ones in there. So if you want to put it in there, that'd be great. All right, cool. So on start, that'll just run it. It'll never get hit again. That's good. Yeah. I'll give you that URL. Oh, I need to open up my chat. Twitch.tv/games. I said I'm figuring out the shell, but no, I'm not figuring out the shell. Pop out chat. All right, cool. Should be submitting all of our presentations. Well, so these are sort of like official presentations type of thing. So ones from the teams and then workshops from the teams. And then I want to sort of build up a few like topical ones on certain things from like creators of libraries. So I wanted one on like MVVM cross would be cool. There'd be like a cool one on maybe, I have one on mfractor. And then I wanted to get one on like reactive type programming, but And then on the forums is where like most people just put any of their other stuff that are there, but any of like kind of the official docs are there. But I'm trying to figure out what the flow is between official and non-official, because down here there are like nice community ebooks and tutorials, and I think it'd be cool to do presentations. I need to ask Galloway about it actually, but because they all have to use a special template and things like that, so because they're like official type of things. All right, let's see if this works. I feel pretty good about this, but if you have an idea, Lashlon, just let me know. All right, so, and then what I would want to do is have a way okay, I need to do one more thing. All right, so I can do, I guess I could do this all actually in my view model, surprisingly, but I'm putting in the code behind, whatever. So if it is playing and it's the same, just continue and it'll auto attach. I should do R is playing. If I do play and it's already playing, is that going to queue it up, or is that going to stop the old one and then start a new one? We can test it. Uh-oh. Start a new one. Okay, cool. That's good then. I was thinking here that maybe I need to do some logic to stop it, but if it's just going to start a new one, then it doesn't matter. I could, but then I need a whole queue screen, and I don't want to do that. Because I'm lazy. I think for music, it makes sense. For podcasts, that makes some sense as well. But if you're going to do that, I might as well just get a real podcast application app. I guess I could, at some point, yes, do it. But yeah. Chameleon. We should make them like component based. You know what I mean? Let's go put that on right on the front screen. That's cool. What? How is this not featured somewhere? Why don't you just do a blog post on this thing? It would be neato if it looks cool. Nice work. It would be pretty neato. Yeah, you should do a blog post on, well, we were talking about it. Oh, because I just built it. That's funny. Nice. Very cool, man. That's nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. I did it right. Yeah, there you go. Whoa. What? Oh, lame. Why did it deploy fail? Try this again. Your project file doesn't list. Oh, I've seen this before. project. Cooling problem. Strange. And I don't do music playback just yet on this, although I should at some point. I just kind of open a browser. It's pretty jankalicious, but oh, that does it. Good. Better yet, please hold the phone, people, because what I could really do here, what would be neato is, see, I was being lazy.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible.
Thank you so much, Andre, for the Twitch Prime subscription. You only get one a month, and you've given it to me 4 times. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I was thinking here, instead of doing these public statics, what we could do is do this. Go into my settings here. And then we can do public static. Then we can do get, and then we'll do preferences dot get, and we'll do of back. Bring down empty. Set and preferences dot set. Here, just gonna copy paste this, because then you could really reboot it if you. I don't even know if I need a. Yeah, well. All right. So then we get rid of that, and here, instead of this being app dot, this would be settings dot. And then back in our code for our view model, back here we'll do settings. So what I want to do is I want to have a little banner that it says if you're currently playing video, then display this thing basically. Or like pick off where you left up. You know, pick up where you left off. For all intents and purposes, on the bottom of the. Do that probably in the base view. Well, actually, kind of cool. Let's see if this will deploy. Yeah, because you could do a nice little like little thing, like on.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Huh. Hey Mimi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Whoa. Oh man, I totally had these. Oh, that's so. Where is? Oh. Alright, now I'm... See if this works. Oh, it did work. Okay. That does work. I was messing around with this before, and I was like, oh. That's great. All right, let me. That's over there. Elements. Ow. I think it only works for subscribers. Oh no. I just this thing here. So how does it work? It's subscribers only get the emoji. There we go. You gotta get the subscribers. Up. That's great. All right, so video. So my thought here is, okay, so let's see if this works. So if I come into my views, view details, come down, or I broke it. Podcast update, get podcast episodes, URL. Then ID equals your Fridays. Ooh. Oh, get. That's not it. Get video episodes. That's interesting. Is that messed up? Yeah, I wonder if it just queried it and then it didn't get it. And why isn't that working? Oh, and ID. Oh, there it goes. Okay. And it has the ID. Okay, cool. That did work. All right, so if I click on one, oh, it's not debugging. Why is it not debugging? Oh, there you go. You just magically become a subscriber? I don't see it up here. What? No. What's going on here? Heck.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
That's too great. That's great. Great. Ocean. Ah, that's great. That is great. Okay, alright, so now we're good. Right, so it comes here. Click on that. Hit this breakpoint. Okay, so the playback ID is the current one. Okay. And then let's go down. So I actually did do this. And there's play. And seek to, I actually did save it from ticks. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if that actually did it though. Oh, it did it. 34 seconds? Let's say I pause it, I go back. Now if I come to a different video, get rid of that. 6 seconds, I come back, I go back to here. Yeah, I guess the question is, so is this actively hitting my... It is. I go back, I go to a different video. Oops. So that one should just keep going. So that works. That logic checks out. If I go back to here, so my seek 2 is there, right? So it's playing. Oh, that one worked. Let's try. I feel like it still didn't. I feel like it can't seek because it's I don't know. It's very strange. It will seek, but only if it's played for a little bit of time. Oh. Enter. It does if I do. I wait long enough type of thing. So I'm curious if I, instead of playing, hey John, how's it going? Play queue item, media item. Date, hit change. Right now I'm just figuring out some interesting stuff. I wonder if I could, instead of like, hey Bryce, how's it going? This is the default, this theme is the default high contrast mode for it. So if people are watching and they have, you know, need more contrast in the editor, it's the high contrast. I don't do dark mode ever because I present hard on the eyes. That's why. I wonder if I do like queue it and then start it. On state changed. Do you think I should do like maybe cross media manager dot current dot autoplay, and then I do false, right? And then did a you think if I do cross media manager dot current state change, I almost wanted to not start though. I wanted to kind of like buffer and then move, you know what I mean? Or really there could be a start at, you know what I mean? Type of thing, but yeah. I could do if e dot date an S8. This is a Galaxy S8, correct? Let's try that out. The Galaxy S8. S8 normal. S8. Kind of my default test device. The G950U. Everybody's favorite test device. Alright, so I don't think it's a virus. Kush made it. Yeah, if you have the free version, that's why I have the pro version. Brah. Give Kush your money, that's what I say. I love visors. I mean, the where the ads play are inside of the Visor application on Android, like any other ad that's there. I mean, he's got to get paid somehow. I want to support DevTools. It's up to you. You don't have to. 40 bucks for a lifetime, I'm in. I've only used it for like the last 5 years. Every moment of... Aha! Ah, so this is a problem. I think that the state... Oh, buffering. Playing. Buffering. Playing. I see. So that does work. So I think that... Oh yeah. So if it's playing... But it is playing. It's just hopping back and forth between... Am I paid by them? No, I'm not paid by Bush. He's just kind of developer. Playing. So we could do playing. And then I could say... Put a here. Oh, I could do this. Like, do I... What are you trying to do? You can bash on... Ooh, that's interesting. Must... Right now we are working on doing some... saving the state of our video playback. So when you go back and forth, you can pick up where you left off. Apparently what we're... I do work at Microsoft. I'm program manager for our mobile dev tools, specifically on Xamarin. Need the first tick of playing. Task completion sort. Oh, and boom. Sort of hack it in there. I think that would work. I don't know, man. I don't work on the Win32 team. You're gonna have to go, I don't know, file a bug and whatever you're coding on, I guess. Some GitHub repo or file a ticket. I don't know. Somebody does. It's a big company. Did you file a forum issue or a ticket or something? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see here. So we go here. That looks pretty good. Then you can go here, you can come back here. That didn't work. Oh, because this one's still playing. No, it's not playing. I think that sometimes it doesn't go back. I think the first time. Yeah, that's true. The bug exists for 20 years. Is it a feature? Probably. All right, so let's see. If I go into a different video. Yeah, my assumption is that so if I go back and forth, that works. Because the video is already playing. Now if I pause it, go back. Here, what is... What platforms are these videos being run from? Oh, those all come from Channel 9. So all of those come from Channel 9. All of them are streaming from here. I guess if it's the same video. I have not worked on IIS. What have I worked with IIS? I mean, I've deployed web apps to IIS before, but not necessarily worked on that team. I've only worked on the Xamarin components. Let's see. Is it's not stopped. And the videos IDs. That might be better. Yeah, I told yeah, I work on the Xamarin team at Microsoft. Just because someone works at Microsoft doesn't mean they know all parts of all products. A lot of them. I wish I did. That'd be cool. Yeah, 3 years ago. Correct. And I worked at Xamarin before that. You have troubles with YouTube videos that weren't stopped. Yeah, it's like a YouTube video. Yeah, I could see that. Like if it wasn't stopped. Back is tricky. Fridays. Came back, that should be okay because it like picks up exactly where I'm at. I go here, back to do it. Yeah, I think it might just be... I don't know, I've been building applications with Xamarin for 8 years, and I've loved every moment of it. Depends what you're building. I mean, if you're looking to build cross-platform apps, I mean, I think the tooling's gotten a lot better. I mean, we've streamlined a lot of processes there. So always working on, you know, keeping up with the platform. So we just shipped iOS 13 support, preview, Android Q stuff's on the way, and the ecosystem's fantastical. Can you not change the color of the status bar? Yeah, you can change the color of the status bar. It's a real Android app, so you can do whatever you want. So, I don't know, man. Well. It depends. I mean, if you're doing just normal Android and iOS dev, it's pretty one-to-one. If you use our cross-platform libraries, like Xamarin.Forms and stuff like that, I mean, you have the added, you know, UI framework that you put on there. But all your apps are fully compiled up natively, things like that. So I don't really know. And additionally, we just shipped a feature. Dev blogs. We just shipped a feature called startup tracing, which is super duper cool. Where's it at? That basically gives you a little profile for your application using our mono AOT process, and then it dramatically cuts down any of the startup time on those old devices that are going on, which is super cool. So yeah, I mean, we fully optimized this. We've only been doing it for a decade, so I think we have a grasp. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. So I don't know, Martin. Yeah, I'll file an issue or send you a DM on it, but there's that. Startup tracing does not require Jetpack. Revere, no, you just a checkbox. So, oh, does not require Jetpack. Does, yeah, no, it's completely different. So you just go and tap on this button here and do enable startup tracing, and then boom. Yeah. Yeah, just go to Xamarin. There you go. You just need Revere, you just need a newer version of Visual Studio 2019, so 16.2 is what you need. So all right, yeah. Yeah, they were just kind of, we were talking about all the features we were announcing, so different things. But we do have Android support. Oh, I think that this is mostly correct. It's kind of weird that it doesn't always do it, but seems like maybe it's an Android bug. I'd have to run on iOS and see what happens, but let's put this into a branch. Is there anything? You can use it in 2017 if you want to, but all the new improvements and enhancements, everything are in 2019. Yeah, you should give 2019 a try again. I've used this since day one. I've had good success. Yeah, only all new features of any of the modern workloads are going in 2019. So, let's see here. Got to move on. Keep installing new versions. I'm literally on the latest and the preview. I actually love the new one way better than 2017. Anytime I go back to 2017, it's there. I don't know. You should take a look at the new debugger stuff or file a ticket up here. There's this little thing if you have issues, and the team looks at those. So, try to put in state of the video. Yeah, I think 2019 is way better. I mean, 2 years better. All right, let's do that. Let's do... Go here. Have Martin maybe look at this. Cool. King. Playback position. And do the change state. Wonder if wonder if I try one more. Curious if I do. I just stop it and play it. Be very interested in that. Should go there. Let's try that. Kind of curious in the operation. All right, because if that still doesn't work, I'll continue on, and then I want to look at the URL navigation. This is, yeah, Edge Dev. That's what I use. That's the Chromium variant of it. Yes, but it's actually pretty dramatically different, surprisingly. And I would say probably, yeah, a lot better. I've so far liked it a lot. But I have all the browsers. User. All should be. Routes. All right, let's see here. So if I go into videos, thanks, Bryce. I appreciate that. And I use pretzel.rocks. I like it much. still doesn't. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. I bet that when I stop, pay back. Let me record it when it's changing. Yeah, I think what happens is when you hit stop, because I hit stop and then I think that it gets a position change that it went to the beginning, perhaps. I update it. That's tricky. I think I need to kind of see. I think at least. But it's like, yeah. Oh. Oh, yes. That could be an issue. That's... Thank you. Good one. Long. I could just do this too. I could... Only no, that's a good plan. Oh, yeah, you you are correct. Yes, it is strange. That also could be too. Whenever it's playing and that's there. Yeah, the other thing I could do is I could only save the value when it's paused or stopped. Is a valid way of doing it, perhaps. Like, oh, whatever, but I guess I need to register a little bit different. But yeah, that could be very plausible. So if I do this, pause it, come back here. Come back. I think that did it. I think that did it. Come back, that's just going to be paused. But if I come here, that's it. Bam. Yeah. Alan Ritchie, no sub. Come on, brah. Gave you those free coffees. That's a free sub. Give those. Worth looking into when you call play, followed directly by peak. Now the question is that also could have worked before, but I was playing, that might have gotten a thing and then moved back. so hip. Well, have you linked your Twitch account to your Amazon Prime account? Because that's the first step. All right, I like this. Okay, so we fixed it. Alan, high five. Psh. All right, cool. So fixed it. Whoop whoop. Nice. That's rad. Nice. What is a sub? I love you, Alan. That's the best time to subscribe, because then you get this sweet emotes. Oh, we did it. Video state. Oh, it's gonna do stuff, so that's good. That checked out, so let's just merge. When in doubt, just merge it. Delete that branch. All right, cool. Let us close the solution. All right. Well, that is actually nothing that I wanted to do at all today. Oh, there you go. I didn't. Yeah, that's interesting about their Mac app. I didn't know that the Mac app wasn't that great for Pretzel Rocks. They also have the browser though, so you could just do it in the browser, I think.
Success, while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
There you go, Alan Ritchie. Thank you for the subscription. Give me all your monies. I appreciate that. Actually, all the money is all the profits here are donated to the Duke Langer Foundation, which is super awesome. That's where we put those bits and we put those subs every single month, and you get sweet emotes, which are super rad. So now you get sweet emotes, and then we save some Duke Langers, red shank Duke Langers around the globe, which is awesome. And Microsoft matches that stuff because that's how I donate through our portal. Also super cool. I don't want master, I want V next. I think that was my thing I did earlier, is accidentally sync to master and not V. There we go. Oh, all right, cool. So one thing I want to attempt to do is figure out how to register navigation here. So I can do that inside of this route tab. Let's look at our shell. Do a new branch. Shell. Navigation. Found the big button that says subscribe. Now you can say you've done your part, so you know, help that The question is, yeah. Does that work? Do another one with the cow. Can't send it for another 30 seconds. Really? What's telling you that you can't send it? Channel. There you go. Get out. That's weird. I don't know. Interesting. Those. I'm looking at. Interesting. Okay, so shell navigation. Where are we at? Let's do this. If I go to my shell, have some styles. We have these pages. There's tabs, and then there's shell content. I guess those would go on to the content. Domestic, dogs, flyout, animals, domestic. So I guess you need to have a tab. Which, I don't know. It's... Does the tab bar need... Three components. A route, which defines a path. Page. Pages that don't exist in the shell visual. Query parameter. Ah. I see. So that's important. So you need to put these in all of them. So really we need to have route sections. And I guess it would be like route about. This also needs a route about page. That's kind of weird. little bit different because my main app is a not working right. We did update it. Oh, it has been updated a bit. I'll have to have them go through it again, I guess. Well, it wasn't working about it. Can you file an issue on it? I would like to know. Yeah, I think that here it does say that the route needs to be set. So it's like, this would be like tab about. No, it might be the same then. This would be route tab RSS. Ooh. Blog. Oh, why are these all about? Oops. Podcast. Videos. Route. Tab. Oops. Tab. Blog. Route. Tab underscore. Yeah, I'll have to like test it out. Tab. We'll see if we can get it working here. The podcast and then route tab underscore videos. And then I think what you want to do is format that XAML. And then we can do, I don't know if I want to format it. It looks nicer not formatted. All right, so so there's a route here. Let's do about. Then route blog. I mean, technically these don't need one, but podcasts. And then we need a route videos. All right, so then our code behind here should initialize this. Register routes. Alternatively, page can be registered at different route hierarchies. Yes, but I think when you register routes in the UI, that yeah, see, this automatically does the concatenation for you. So that's doing animals, domestic, cats, dogs. So I think if I was to pull up the XAML side by side, I mean, what we really want really just the podcasts and videos. So what I'm curious of is, let's say I did So let's say I did sections slash tab about slash, no, not tab about, slash videos slash videos slash details. This would be slash details slash episode. Right? And then what this does is this would be our video videos series. Hey Claudia, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. I think you do video series page. All right, so you go here.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Mr. Magoo, welcome. Thank you so much for the subscription. 3 months strong, coming in with that Twitch Prime. Absolutely fantastical. Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you so much for the subscription. 3 months coming in on that Twitch Prime. Awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Claudia, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where's my... Still playing around with all the crazy shenanigans. Register routes versus navigation service. Yeah, I'm trying to use what's in the box, you know what I mean? And see what's there and how it works specifically. And it's probably pretty similar to what Prism does in general, though I haven't really used Prism very much, or at all. A little bit, tiny bit. This would be video details page. Boo. Boo on what part? I like to see what's in the box. I need to know. I need to know what's in the box. Okay, so that should do it then. So then, screen is very hard to see. How do you do? That is what I. Boom. That's much better. I was like, I'm always doing side by side, but I could just do up and down. So here, you would do tab, podcasts. Slash podcast episode, podcast details, podcast episode, podcast. Very similar. And I don't know if I need to do this crazy routing or not. But I think that I would want to. So like if you opened up a URL, I could register and then deep link into it, I think. I'm not really sure. I have to ask the Forms team. And this would be our podcast. Oh. Playback page. Because what does it do? Let's Seems like the literal is just the... Yeah, but then I was reading the docs, right? And what it says is, okay, in the shell subclass constructor or any other location that runs before the route is invoked, additional routes can be explicitly registered, right? So here, just monkey details goes to this page, goes to this page. This example registers item details page that aren't defined in the shell subclass as routes. That's what I want. These pages can be navigated to using URI navigation from anywhere within the app. The routes for such pages are global routes. Cool. Page routes that have been registered with register route can be deregistered. All right, cool. Alternatively, pages can be registered at different route hierarchies if required. This example enables contextual page navigation, where navigating to the details route from the page monkey's route displays monkey detail page. Similarly to details route from the page of elephant route displays the elephant detail page. So what that means to me is if I say route to this far deep, then it would do it on startup, and we can mess around with that. But I think that that's what this means. I'm not 100% positive, but I think it would be like, oh, since I'm registering this route, go from there. I probably don't need these, but like I'm thinking that I want it to always go there. Like create that stack, I guess. What I'm thinking. A different need. But again, I'm not 100% sure, so. Matt. The podcast playback page. So we could easily test this out. So right now, when I go to the podcast directory page, what I should do here, okay, let's do this. Public const to be asked. Right. And podcast details. Podcast playback. Gonna be slash. Bam. So that way we could actually use these later. Bryce, have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you spending your evening with me and figuring out some stuff. Have a great evening and a great weekend. Friday. Go enjoy that. Video series. Go. And then we could just kind of change those around and not to hard code those anywhere. This would be Yeah, we'll try this out. So if I go into my video directory page, I navigate down here, what I could do is so it'd be shell dot, how do we navigate? Shell go to current. Okay, so I await shell dot current dot go to async. Shell nav route name. Do one. You just do a string in there? Oh, because it is. But it only takes that. See, I think they changed it. What? How? How'd they do? What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. Enter. Oh. Implicit operator. What? That's amazing. That's crazy. Okay. So here we would want to do like this would be the series details. Nope. No. So this here is this. So what I'm trying to do is I'm here and actively, this is sections, the whole app thing. And this is tab videos. And then this is pages videos. And when I click on this, this would go to series detail. But I need to pass arguments in. You should just need to call the string. I did. I just concatenated it. Just copy the red. Well, no, because if I look here, this says that I need to do this. I don't actually know. I think this is for global relative routes. Navigation can be performed by specifying a valid relative URI. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know. Go to request. But see here, this tells me down here that invalid routes are route/whatever. I don't actually know. That it's a little bit hard to figure out what I'm supposed to do. I sort of need to know, based on what my navigation type is, what to do. I would think that this would work. Yeah, register route /request/added. But the question is, yeah, how do I... That is known, but request. I guess, yeah, I don't know which one to put, right? Do I put, if I'm already, so by the time I get here, I'll already be here. Like, do I just say series details and then it knows to go to series details? Oh, I see. Yeah. Right now we're working on, again, this Xamarin.Forms application, which I've been working on for a long time, built with Xamarin.Forms and all the new hotness and video playback and podcast playback, Azure Functions backend. Today we're working on doing the URL navigation of the new shell. Yeah, let's put a breakpoint. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I got an error. Commented that. Podcast. This. Let's see. Where's mine? Should be podcast. Oh, what did I do? Podcast. This is actually podcast.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
RCK, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. That's the podcast details. The podcast episode page, and this is the playback page. Right, there we go. All right. Yeah, it might just be easier to do the global, I guess. I do. I just breaking everything. Guest episode page. There we go. Yeah, so let's see what that does when I hit the. Yeah, I could just make it global. Might be easier, I guess. I just thought that would be like, here are the routes to go to, but then also, yeah, maybe that's not good. Yeah, maybe you could do later. Yeah, I'm not really sure which one to use, but else I'll just change to the global routing, I guess. Like you said, that might just be easier. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Videos. Up on Azure Fridays. Our current shell is where? Current state is title route section. Tab video. Current item video. I don't really quite understand that. If I go to my locals, current dot current state. There we go. So the current one is / sections / tab video / videos. So then this thing is going to tell it to go to / video / series detail, which global routes currently cannot be the only page on the stack. So absolute routing to global for just navigate. Oh, you seem to be correct then. All right, so we don't need this. Should have listened. So this is, I understand why that works. I don't know, a little interesting. Okay. Was there a reason to deregister it? Like, why would you need to deregister? You know what I mean? But I'm kind of confused why you have to ever unregister something. Because like you're navigating to that page, right? Okay, so this is going to be an issue because it did actually go to the video series page, but I don't know how to pass it parameters. Well, but then how does someone navigate back and forth, I guess? Oh, do you only register like when they enter that page or something? I don't know. All right, so let's see if we can pass it parameter. Oh, interesting. Just gonna do global. All right, so here we can pass it the name. That's good. Query name. Cool. On the details page. This page. Receive data, the class that represents the page. Property. Asset the Brian. Good example. Current selected. Okay, so what I could do to be pretty hackalicious, if I went to the video series page, already compiling the whole. So in this instance, I give it this. Studios did. Oh, okay. And away we go. So that on your view, I don't know. I mean, it's not going to create the view model though. You know what I mean? Receive the data, the class that represents the page being navigated to, or the class for the page's binding context must be decorated with a query property attribute for each query parameter. Do you think it can be in the view model? I bet if I did this. Oh, that would be nice. Okay, so let's do initialize. Okay, so what'll happen, assumption, is if I don't want, go to my video series page. Oh gosh darn it. Okay, so let us. Okay, so if I did not this, initialize component, right? So if you navigate by pushing this in, that's fine. Else I could do binding contacts equals new video series view model, and take in nothing. But if I go over here, Okay. Then what I could do is I could put this on this class or a property. I could do let's see the video series. What you could do here is be cheap, right? You could do public string video series query, and then you could do like here, and then you could do something like, oh gosh, I guess you would do video series equals JSON or dot. It's pretty ugly, but oops, that's like that. And then you would do like then you would do this slash series equals, and then on third. You'd probably do something which is like the video series could have to URI and from URI. That would be ideal, I guess. Yeah, let's look at that. Look at my models. I have a video series. And you could have like a public static string, and then you could do URI. And here you would return you could do and. That'd be cool. Oh. Like that. And you could do basically right. And then what they're saying to do in here is passes it a string. Yeah, then I would just get rid of the JSON deserialize, which would be like better, basically. So. Oh, and then I guess. Yeah. I guess maybe that doesn't work as well. Yeah, because then you need to have. Then each of those are. Yeah, each of those then are different entries on the view model. Yeah, I mean, really what you probably want is like a data model to be constructed, but I'll do that for now. It's not correct. Yeah, I think that was my, well, it would be nice if that's what I could kind of do, but then I'm appending on stuff. I don't know if that'll even work. I'd be very curious. I mean, technically I should only pass the data that I need, but which in this instance is, I think, just the identifier, technically. Podcast. That. I think as long as it doesn't need any URIs. Thing. Correct. Good question. I could escape it ahead of time and then unescape it back. Oh, I bet what I need to do is this. Unescape the data string that came in, because they're going to automatically escape this for me. What I need to do is then go here and do this. Like that. Unescape the data string. That's what I need to do. But I should ask the team, because really this, like, for me to navigate to this episode, I really only need the ID. I don't need very much necessarily, maybe the name. So you should really only pass the parts that you need, but it would be nice if this would automatically just give it an object and go. That'd be pretty great. Good, Mr. Commands weren't working. Oh, there it goes. Cool. All right. Okay, so if everything is working correctly, tap on this. Not send it. Not. Ooh. Was there anything you did to pass it on to your review? Oh, this is just called series. There we go. I was like, oh, it doesn't work because I didn't pass the parameter correct. Back to my old days, my old Windows Phone routing. Good idea. Oh, you just passed just the ID, right? Yeah, just the stuff you needed. Correct. I'm probably doing it pretty jankalicious, but what are you gonna do? Videos. Series. Oh, okay. Binding context. Ah, it did work. That's crazy. All right, so the value that comes through is definitely crazy. All right, so let's see what comes out of it. Oh, wow. Da-na-na-na. Cool. That actually did work. And we can. So on every single one, I could have little helpers, right? I could be like to URL, from URL, blah, 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 blah. And then bam. Wow. Hey, friends. Nice. So then from there, we can navigate into like this page, which only may need the URL and, you know, different items basically. But I could just do the same thing that I just did. So in general, what I would end up doing here is I would do like on the video series, I would do public string to URI. And this one would just, yeah, really just return. I guess I don't even need a return now. To kind of like keep it, you know, better. Let's say to route, to URI route, from URI route. Here, it's funny that you just need this thing. I mean, I just really need a setter. It's very strange that it does this, but sure. So here I'd want to do this. I do JSON convert dot deserialize object, which is video series. Boop. And then what you end up doing here is you just say like that. Yeah, and this is just string.empty. It doesn't even need anything ever. And it just you need a getter. You can't just have a setter. When you do this, isn't it going to serialize itself on the URI route? So what you would do here is you would just do gonna serialize this, yeah, to URI route. So what I would end up doing is on my page, which is here, my page here, I would just do series.to URI route, like that. So that way it's just doing what I was doing, but back basically. As long as that works, then I guess I'm curious what happens if there's like a ampersand in there somewhere. Does that mess it up somehow? Yeah, could I, for instance, do... Where's it at? Video series. Most likely you would want to do like URI dot escape data thing. So you want to do this. You want to do escape the data string. I think so. What I would do. I mean, again, in theory, I would really only pass a few little bits of information for what I need on that page, but I'm like, what if I need all the information later? And this would be very bad in like the podcast, so like I probably wouldn't do that, but yes. All right. Okay, so that would do it. I mean, the other thing that I should really do, in theory, would be to... in here, yeah, so if you did this, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I didn't know you could just do it without a getter. Interesting. I guess when you get it, it gets back what it is. Yeah, good one. I guess not. I didn't know that you could do that, so there's that. Yeah. I mean, I think if you're really architecting this, right? So when I look here and I look at like, where do I use video series, right? And I use it on this ID. That's it, right? So like really what I should do is make it so, like, you know, if I was really doing this right, so this would be like video series ID. I'm gonna do it right. I did it the wrong way, but now I'm gonna do it the right way. You know what I mean? Alright, so that is actually the right way to do it. This should just be ID. And then if you create this, then we would get rid of this video series. This is just me being lazy, you know what I mean? Passing around objects. So that. I'm gonna leave it in there just so I can kind of see what I did in the past. But here, really what we should do is ID equals series.id. That's really what we should do. I mean, then it keeps it in the view model, and that thing's all blah, 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 super duper good. And then we're good to go. That's much. That is the correct way to do it. Oh, I spelled this wrong. And probably I did stop debugging. I guess ID is that again. Yeah, this is the right way to do it, right? The URL routing actually pass the ID tag, and then it gets it, and boom, boom, boom. Just only pass the data that you actually need, and then you can just pass more parameters if that's how you're routing. Leaving the old one in there just for you to right now. Rip it out at some, or ideally at some point I could just add on shell and then be nice. That's what I'm waiting on. One day. Videos, ID. And I mean, probably I would do like the name of it. So if I did another one, I really like this. Ready for this? There should really be, could be name of people. Ooh. Title is in the, yeah. Then what you can do here is like cooler, right? You could do name of like, oh, that'd have been so cool if you could just do it that way. But I guess you need to create an instance. And technically it's this. So if you make the properties the same, oh, that's kind of nice actually. But equal. And this actually is name of. Right here, I think this is. Then what ideally you could do. Yeah, what you would do here in the video series. Do URI wrap. No, it's not. It's not prep for a little bit, but I prepped a lot this morning and probably a lot the next few days. But yeah. But good learnings, but a little bit, a little bit. It'd be kind of cool is that you can do this, right? You could do. It's just the 2 for now. If I needed more, I could put more in the future. Title. Oh, nice. Electric. That's awesome. You're going to be there. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you there. What did I just mess up in here? Oh, thank you. Oh, what did I do wrong? Something. Okay, so thank you. Thanks, Freddie. Thanks, Lashlan. Appreciate that. I was like, what am I doing? Okay, so then what I could do here is probably instead of like doing all of this, you do series.to URI route. Boop. Makes it a little bit nicer. And then in here in the video series, it is a property, which makes a lot more sense to make it a little property. So then, yeah, so now when we pass these around, ID title, boom, it's gonna get it. This will just be ID. And then podcast VOD page. Bam. So Jesse asks, are you gonna do a pop async from the parent on iPhones? So I'm not. What I'm going to, actually I haven't tested on iPhone in a while apparently. I think on put that on my video. Yeah, I think what I want is once you go into a try that out. Sort of depends on the look you're going for. So I think on trying to get those new cool looks where everything doesn't have a top bar. So all of these are false except for the first one and the second one. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna pop. I don't need to pop though, because I just need to have a. So blog has. Here's blog does. Oh, navbar is false. Eats. That's weird. I put it on a different place. So there we go. So that's really what I want to have. Boop. And then when you tap on one, probably need one there too. They're all good catches. So it's why is this down here? This could just be up here. On the... Okay, so then video series. And then when you navigate in, it comes back. Video details. That could be there. And then same thing on podcasts. I think on podcast, let's look at the podcast. Podcasts. This one has a thing there. That's good. I think on this one, podcast details page, need to have an on platform. And that way when you scroll, that comes up there. And then there's just a nav bar up top on that. And title, title, and same thing on video details page. We would do like kind of like that a lot. I like the idea of the videos, like the video details page. Like, I don't know if I need the title of it there necessarily. Oh man, it's fucking up on my machine. Like here, that's also wrong. Figure out that there. Like here, I don't. That's came back. I go to videos, like I like this actually, that there is one here. That's cool. That's just me for them, so consistent. I think on podcast details. I think that's, there we go. Oh, on iPhone. Well, now we have it there, so it'll be there on video deep. Yeah, that'll work. I think we shall see. Yeah, because podcast, this won't have any. That's okay. This will have one now. Well, this will have one on iOS. I don't need one on Android. If I tap here, there'll be a close button. Go to videos. Doesn't need one to be on here, but there's one here now, and now there's one here. Fine too. Jesse says, but we have a situation where there's a submit toolbar item. Navigate to the calling parent. I mean, oh, you could navigate to a different tab item. I think you could use the URL navigation to do it. I don't know. Because this just launches you to the browser. Well, that'll come back in regardless. Same with the blog. That'll be there too. All right, so start. We'll say start URL navigation or app implemented on video directory to video series. Push that. Then I'm going to give that to the team, and then I'm going to say, did I do this right? Give it to Shane. Shane, did I do this right? So. Oh, I see. Now we send the calling URI to do another. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd have to look at the app. I think that's very situational. And I'm just still figuring it out. You probably know more than I do. All right, cool. All right, I think that's gonna do it. 3 hours, I'm done. It's happening. We got some saving of state in there a little bit better. We, yeah, that seems to have worked at least. We're on a different branch now. Did I pull that in? I did. Okay. That should work. I like that. Well, I'm curious why this hasn't gone and gotten the new feed yet. Well, it's gonna be for next week's episode, I guess. But yeah, his podcast stuff seems to work. I mean, it's definitely coming along. I want to update it so all of them are like that, but in different fonts. I do want to ship it to the store at some point too. I think that'd be kind of fun. Hey, friends. Ooh, that is interesting. You tap on this, it does something. It's like we'll want to hijack that and go back in. Interesting. I think that's why we want to do the. That's why we want to do the deep linking here, because it'll help us get back to where this came from. I'm curious how that works. Like, where does that thing into? Maybe I need to do app indexing on it and then pipe it in. That'd be very, very interesting. Because obviously when that gets called, it's calling into the app. That's smart. All right, cool. I think that's going to do it. this week. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I'll be next week. If you're in Redmond for VS Live, I'll totally be there. I got 2 sessions on Tuesday, but I'll be at the Mixer thingy on Monday and then Birds of a Feather on Wednesday. So I'll be in the office a lot next week. But I'm gonna ride my bike home, I think. But I'm gonna do one more test here. I gotta do a little bit more prep for the stuff, but Monday I'll do even more prep. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you for the bits, for the new resubs. Super duper appreciate it. Magoo, Lashlan coming in, Andre, Alex, thank you so much, and Blonty for the bits. Appreciate it. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm gonna do some exploring, I think, a little bit, get out of the house, things like that. But I hope they have a great afternoon, great evening, no matter where you are. And thanks for tuning in. Cheers. Bye. Wait, let me see. We should also raid. Let's see here. Go to. Let's see who's on. Let's see who's on the internet. Lena's on, of course. Always. Bow, 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 bow. Who else is on the internet? One else seems to be streaming it up. Okay. Well, we're just gonna end it then. Oh, maybe. Let me go into science and tech. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone streamed this morning. That's what happened. Let me look at this stream over here. Person doing .NET Core work. Let's do this. We're gonna go and do this. I'm gonna head over to Hef, who's a partner. Okay, that's interesting. Good. We'll do that. Looks like he's doing some .NET Core work, so we'll go do that. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Stay around for the raid.